Yes, yes.
Now, welcome back. Answer your attendance, Afla.
മിസ് സൗണ്ട് ഇല്ല, കേൾക്കുന്നില്ല.
Afla. Now,
ആ
Ajmina, Amaya,
Present, Miss.
Aditya, Drishya, Jyotish, Karthik, Kavya,
Present, Miss.
Nachiketas,
Present, Miss.
Neeraj, Rangeet, Vaishna,
Present, Miss.
Vaishnav, Anjali,
Present, miss.
Shruti.
Present, Miss.
Afla is there. Ajmina,
Present, Miss.
Atulya,
Present, Miss.
Drishya, Jyotish, Karthik, Neeraj, Rangeet, Vaishnav. Okay. So morning we were discussing about the distance vector routing algorithm. Now all of you have to take a paper and pen. You have to work out a problem. Before that, I will just explain what I have concluded in the morning class. So we were having a network which consists of 5 nodes. Now what I have done is initially I have created the routing table for each node. Okay, I hope you know how to create the routing table. The next thing was you have to share your information with your neighbors, right? Now I have considered a reference node C here, and the neighbors of C are A, B, and D. And what I'll be getting is I'll be getting a message from A, message from B, and message from D. And the neighbors, they share only the first 2 columns of their routing table. And that is what it has been displayed here on the slide. That is from message from A, message from B, and message from D. Okay, now once you receive the message from the routers, what you have to find out is you have to perform some action. Now that action is based on the Bellman-Ford equation or the algorithm. Now what is required is you have to find out the cost of reaching destination A from your router C, cost of reaching destination B from router C, and cost of reaching destination D from router C, and cost of reaching destination E from router C. This is the agenda for you to, these are the things that you have to calculate it. And I have told you how to calculate. Out of this 4, I have just told you how to calculate the first one, that is cost of reaching destination A from router C. Now how you are able to find out is you have to find out the minimum cost from each neighbors, right? So first one, I'm going to find out the cost of reaching destination A from router C. Okay, this is equal to minimum of. Through that elaborative steps only, you are getting these values. So easily you can find it out from the table. Now all of you listen here. And this is equal to minimum of. Your destination is router A, right? Once again, slides. Okay, so what is your destination? Your destination is router A or the node A. Now, what is required is you want to reach A from C. From C, you have to reach it to A. Now, what are the different possibilities? But the neighbors of C are A, B, and D. So if I want to reach my destination A from C, what is the thing? C to A, the fixed cost will be equal to 5. Okay, now what message I have received is from A, it will be equal to 0. So what I will do is I will add this 5 and 0. So 5 plus 0, that is the first value what it has been written here. Okay, now the second one is from B, I have to find it out. So I have to reach destination A from my router C. The possibilities are from C to B, I know what is the cost. And from B to A, I know what is the cost. So what is added is this 3 plus 1, it is being added. Right? So 3 plus 1 is just written it in the next step. Now, again, I want to reach my destination A from my router C. I got a message from D. But you can find out that this fixed cost is equal to 4 and the A value will be equal to infinity. So eliminate that. No need to write it that. So so I have just got it as minimum of 5 plus 0 and 3 plus 1. The meaning is I can reach router A from C and also through B also I can reach to router A. Okay, so that is what I have just written, 5 plus 0 and 3 plus 1. Now 5 plus 0 is 5 and 3 plus 1 is equal to 4. Now which is the minimum value out of this? Minimum value will be equal to 4. And that is how you are getting 4 via B. Okay, understanding? Understanding how you are getting it? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So this is the first step, cost of reaching destination A from my router C. Okay. Now, cost of reaching destination B, I have to find it out. This is here it is you are having B. I want to reach from C to B. Now, I got the messages from A, B, and D. Now, what are the possibilities here? Now, this is equal to minimum of. Now, I know that C to A, the fixed distance is 5. But through A, I can reach B with a cost of 1. So, I will add up this 5 and 1. So, that is the first value, 5 plus 1. Okay, now I have to reach destination B itself through C. Directly, you have the connection, you have the fixed cost, which is equal to 3. Again, that 3 plus 0, you will be getting added up. So 3 plus 0 is equal to 3 itself. Now, through D also I can pass, but you are having no path here. So make it as infinity. So no need to find it out. So it is 5 plus 1, which is equal to 6, and 3 plus 0, which is equal to 3. So which is the minimum value out of that? Minimum value will be equal to 3. So I can reach my destination B from C with a cost of 3. Right? So I can, with a cost of 3. Right? Now, the third one is the cost of reaching destination D from router C. Okay, now how can I find it out? From A, what I message got is, so my aim is I have to reach my destination D. Here it is infinity, so no need to calculate. Here also it is infinity, so no need to calculate. Now last C, I have got a message from D. You know what is the fixed distance between fixed cost from C to D? This will be equal to 4. So that 4 plus 0 will get added and you will be having 4 via D. Okay, so my destination is D. I want to reach from router C with a cost of 4. Okay, now finally I have to find the cost of destination E from router C. Now the message from A, I will be finding it out. C to A, it is 5, but E, there is no path, so it is infinity. No need to calculate. But from C, I can reach my destination E through B. Through the router B, I can reach destination E. Now what is the cost? Fixed cost is 3. 3 plus 9, you will have the first value. Right? Similarly, C to D, I am having the fixed value. This is equal to 4, and through D also I can reach E. So understanding, my source router is C. I have to reach E. Two possibilities are there. Through B I can reach E, or through D also I can reach E. And that is what it is being written. So 3 plus 9 will be equal to 12, and 4 plus 2 will be equal to 6. Now, which is of less cost? Less cost will be 6. So I will follow the path through D with a cost of 6. Okay, so this is how I have to find out the cost of reaching a particular destination from a particular router. Now, once I found that, now this is the step actually what is being undergoing. Now, finally, I have a new routing table for my C. What was the initial routing table for C? This was the initial routing table for C. Now, what I obtained is, this is the thing what I obtained. So the meaning is, from router C, I can reach my destination A with a cost of 4 through router B. There is a change, right? So initial routing table, it was I have to reach A with a distance of 5 through A itself. You can see the path. C to A, you have a direct link, which is the cost is 5. But through B also, I can reach A, but with a cost of 3 plus 1 will be equal to 4. So that is the minimum value. So the table gets modified there. So that is the new routing table for C now. Okay. The other thing, I can reach destination B with a cost of 3 through B itself, since you are having a direct link. Okay, now C, your reference node is C, so don't worry about that. Now D, I can reach it with a cost of 4, direct link you have, and E also you are having. Through D, you can reach your E. So from my router is C, I have to reach E, 2 possibilities. From B also I can reach, D also I can reach, but the minimum cost is through D. Okay, so that is the thing. So the routing table gets modified once the sharing process is taking place. Okay, so like this, you have to find it out for all the routers. And you have to check it whether it is converging, whether the routing table, what you have obtained is a stable one or not. Up to that, you have to continue it. Okay, so this is the process. This is the how the distance vector algorithm is being done. Okay, right? Now we will just work out a problem so that better you will understand that. So initial thing is the table you have to create it. Now find out who are the neighbors for each router, share the information, find the cost. You have to find the least cost path by applying the Bellman-Ford algorithm. That is applied by, you have to just check who are the neighbors. You know what is the fixed cost, add it with. Each time you are just adding that information along with the current estimate what you get from your neighbors. Okay, now you have to compare it and find out which is the minimum one, replace that in the table. Is it okay? Understood how you have to find it out the minimum cost. Now all of you take a problem, just open your notebook. Drishya, see, you all people have to join on the correct time. 11:10 is the class, means 11:10 only you have to join it. Okay, otherwise I'll be marking absent from tomorrow onwards. Okay, take down a problem. Consider the network shown, consider the network shown. Take down this. You have 4 nodes A, B, C, D. Can you see that?
Yes.
Okay, take down that. You have 4 nodes A, B, C, D. See the connections and write down the cost. Now, through distance vector algorithm, you have to find out which is the, minimum cost, or you have to create a new routing table. Finish taking that network, everybody. Yes or no?
Yes, miss.
Yes. Okay. Now, what is the first step? Write down step 1. Step 1. Finding the initial routing table for all the nodes. Finding the initial routing table for all the nodes. First node, Afla has to answer. Second node, Ajmina. Third, Amaya, Atulya, and Drishya. Only 4 are there, right? Okay. So write the initial routing table for all the 4 nodes and tell me fast what is the value. What are the columns in that? You have A, B, C, and D. If you don't have a direct path with respect to your destination, mark it as infinity. Step 1 is each router is preparing its routing table using its local knowledge. So with respect to router A, what is the routing table? Write down for router A. The initial routing table is. Now what are the 3 columns in that? D, cost, and the H. DCH you write it. Destination, the cost, and the hope. Afla, finished writing? Which are the destinations here?
A,
A, yeah,
B,
right. B,
and D.
A, B, D. Okay. Now, what are the values in that routing table?
0,
Yeah.
2,
With respect to A,
1,
the distance is 0.
0.
Your next hope is A itself, right?
With respect to B, 2,
Hmm.
and
Next
D,
hope
1.
is B itself, right? B to B, right?
Okay.
Yeah. Now, C, you don't have a direct path. So, what do you have to mark it? You have to
Infinity.
mark it as infinity, right? Now, for D,
1.
1 through D itself. So out router A, this is the routing table. I hope you can see it. A0A, B2B, C infinity, and D1D. Okay, now Ajvina, tell the routing table for router B.
A,
Yeah,
2A,
yeah, A2A,
B, 0B,
B0B, okay,
C, 3C,
C3C, okay,
D, 7D.
D7D. Okay, so this is the routing table for the router B. I hope everybody is writing. Neeraj,
Yes, miss.
are you writing?
Miss.
Yes, okay. So this is the routing table for B. Similarly, find it for router C. Amaya, tell the answer.
A infinity,
Yeah, A
B,
infinity,
B3B,
B, right?
C0C,
C0C, right?
D11D.
D11D. Okay, that is for the routing table for router C. Now, Atulya, for router D,
A1A,
A1A, right?
B7B,
B7B, right?
C11C,
C11C,
D0D.
D0D. Okay, so initially you have created the routing table. Now what is this next step? Write it down. Step 2. Step 2. Exchanging distance vector. Exchanging distance vector obtained in step 1. Obtained in step 1 with its neighbors. Exchanging distance vectors obtained in step 1 with its neighbors. Now write down after exchanging, each router prepares After exchanging, each router prepares a new routing table. Each router prepares a new routing table. Now assume your reference node is router A. Your node is router, you are at A, right? Now, who are the neighbors of A? From where all it gets the distance vectors? Who will be telling? Drishya. You are at router A. Who are the neighbors of router A?
D and B.
A?
D and B.
Yeah, B and D are the neighbors. Just write down there. Router A receives distance vectors. Router A receives distance vectors from its neighbors B and D. From its neighbors B and D. Now what you have to do is you write the initial routing table of router A on the left hand side. Routing table of A, initial routing table of A, you write it on the left hand side. Routing table of A means you are getting this one, A0A, B2B, C infinity and D1D. This you write it on the left hand side. Written. Now write down message from B. On the top of as towards right, you just write down message from B. Now what is the message that you're getting from B? Who will be answering? Karthik? What is the message that is receiving from B to router A? Karthik is there. Karthik is there or not? Okay, Kavya, you answer. What is the shared information from router B? I have told you what you are sharing is you are sharing only the first two columns of from router B. That means your D and C, A2, B0, C3, and D7. Okay, that you write it towards one side. Okay, only the first two columns are shared from B. You are getting the message only from the first two columns. Now, similarly, towards right, you just write down message from D. Message from D. Now, look on to the D routing table. The first two columns, you just write it down. Now, Nachiketas, which is the message? Yeah, tell. From D, what is being shared?
B3, C0, D11.
Your router D. D, first two columns.
First, A1,
A1,
B7,
B7, C11,
C11,
and D0.
D0.
That is what you have to write it. Here I have just written only the values, but you have to write from B, you are getting this one, and from D, you are getting this one. Okay. Now, what is the first thing? Just write down cost of reaching destination B from router A. Cost of reaching destination B from router A. Now, how will you find it out? You are at router A, you want to reach B, but the neighbors has shared information from B and D. And you know what is the fixed cost from A to B. That also you have to write it under the column. That is from B, whatever you are, the message you are getting, the fixed column. That is, one second. Okay, so what is the fixed cost that is from message, sorry, A to B? What is the cost from A to B? You have to write it. It is equal to 2. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Now, what is the cost from A to D? That also you have to write it. What is the cost? Fixed cost from A to D?
1.
1. Okay. Now, as what I have told, you just write it. What is the table you are getting it? Cost of reaching destination B from router A, that is equal to minimum of. Now, what are the possibilities? From A to B, what is the cost? It is equal to 2, right? Now, 2 plus the first value from router A. You look on to your column, because here it is written a little bit confusing way. So you look on to your notes and tell me. The first value you have to get added up, right? So you have to reach your destination B from router A. This is your router A. You have to reach your destination B. Now the fixed cost is equal to 2. Now from where and all you have got the messages? You got the messages from B and D. Okay. So through B, is it possible to reach router A? And you have to see through D, is it possible to reach router A? Now what is the minimum value you are getting? Yeah, tell anyone. Just compare it. The fixed cost is equal to what I have told in the previous slide.
2.
Minimum value, you just tell it in equation. Cost is equal to minimum of what you're getting. It is 2 plus 0, right? See, you want to reach your destination B. Now, what is the value of B here? Initial A to B, the fixed cost is
0.
equal to 2, right? Now, the cost what is on the message, what it is getting from B, it will be equal to 0. So, you want to add it as 2 plus 0, right? Similarly, what you are getting from D, you have a cost from A to D is equal to 1, but if you want to reach B through D, the cost will be equal to 7. Understanding? Yes or no?
Yes, miss.
Yes.
Yes.
So you are getting minimum of 2 plus 0, comma 1 plus 7. Now what is the value? 2 plus 0 is 2, 1 plus 7 is equal to 8, which is minimum, 2 is minimum. So which path it has to go? I have to reach my destination B through B itself, because it is directly connected. So it is 2 via B. That is the new value in that routing table. Okay. Similarly, find out what is the cost of reaching destination C from router A. Find out what is the cost of reaching destination C from router A. Look onto the diagram and imagine and write what is this is equal to minimum of.
2 plus 3, comma,
Yeah,
11
it is 2
plus
plus 3, comma 1
11
plus 1 plus
11.
11.
11.
Okay. Now, which is the minimum cost? Minimum
5.
cost is 2 plus 3, which is equal to 5. Now, through which path you have to go? Via B only, you can reach your C. Right? That is of minimum cost. So, 5 via B. Okay. Now, Neeraj, tell me the third answer. What is the cost of reaching destination D from router A? What is the cost of reaching destination D through router A? So first you have to check it. Your cost from A to B will be equal to 2. Now through B I can reach D. Yes or no? With a cost of 7. So what it will be added? It will be added 2 plus 7. Yes or no, Neeraj?
Miss,
Yes. Kittiyo, it is minimum of 2 plus 7, comma, then I have to reach my destination D. through D itself with a cost of 1 plus 0, right? So it is 1 via D. So I have found out the values at, if I want to reach B, it is 2 via B, C, it is 5 via B, and D, 1 via D. Okay, so this is the initial for router A. Similarly, you write it down for router B. So you can write the new routing table also on the side. So the new routing table at router A. Now who will be telling that? Rangit. Rangit is. Rangit Ondo. Yes or no? Yes. Now tell me what is the new routing table for A? Cost, you have found out what are the cost. Now create a table for A. With what you have, with what values you got, you create a table for A. Pitya, Rangit. Vaishna. Yeah, tell me what is the new routing table for A? A. A0A. Okay.
B
B.
2 B
B to B. Okay.
C
Mm.
5
Mm.
B
C5B. Okay, correct.
D1 D.
D1. D. So this is the new routing table for router A. Right? Understood? Everybody understood? Because the same step is repeating for all the nodes. If you're not understanding, please answer me how you are finding the new routing table. Now, Vaishnav.
Yes, miss.
Understood how you are getting the new routing table?
One side.
Okay. Now what is the next step? This you have found out for router A. Similarly, at router B, you have to calculate it. Calculate it fast and tell me. Anjali, you have to answer. At router B. Now, router B is your reference node. So first, what you have to identify? You have to identify the neighbors of router B. Now, Anjali, tell me who are the neighbors of router B?
2.
Yeah. Who all are the neighbors of router B? Look onto the diagram and tell who all are the neighbors of router B. Anjali?
A, C.
A, right? C and D, right? So the distance vectors, what they obtain is from the neighbors A, C and D. Now what do you have to do? Initially, the routing table for B, you have to write it on the left hand side. Then the message what they obtain from A, the first two columns, message what they obtain from C, the first two columns, and message what they obtain from D, first two columns. Now write it, compare it, and give me what is the cost of destination A from router B. Do it fast. Shruti, you have to give me the first answer. Now, what is the information you are getting from neighbor A? From neighbor
A0
yeah, from neighbor A,
B2
you are getting it as A0,
C
B2, C
infinity
infinity, and D1.
D1
Right. Now, from neighbor C, you are getting
A2
A2,
B0
neighbor
C3
C.
D7
Neighbor
C
C, you are getting A infinity,
A
right?
infinity B3
B3,
C0
D7,
D11
D11. Now, what is the cost also? You have to write it on below of that. Okay, whenever you are getting the messages, you have to write the fixed cost also there. Okay. Now from D, what message you are getting?
A1, B7, C11,
C11,
D0.
D0. Okay. Now write down what is the fixed cost from A to B. What is the fixed cost?
2.
It is
2
equal to,
plus 0.
yeah, it is equal to, and sorry, B to A, you are getting it as 2. B to C, you're getting it as 3, and B to D, you have to getting it as 7. That
2.
you have to write it, and that information only get added with that of the table. Okay, so don't forget to write that fixed cost. Now, tell me, what is the first answer? What is the cost of reaching destination A from router B? It is
2.
2 plus 0,
2 plus 0. Okay, then
3 plus infinity,
3 plus infinity plus
7 plus 1.
7 plus 1. Okay, now which is the minimum value you find out? Which
2.
is the minimum value? It is
2 by
2,
A.
right? Via A.
Yeah.
Okay, now similarly, you find out what is the cost of reaching destination C from router B. You are at router B, so no need to calculate for B again. Okay, that is the cost will be equal to 0. So router C, you have to find it out. Your destination is C now. Now what is the cost? Now Afla, tell me the answer. Afla is there? Ajmina? Find out cost of reaching destination C from router B.
3.
You tell in steps, it is equal to minimum of,
3 plus 0.
yeah, 3 plus, okay, 3 plus 0, then
7 plus 11.
7 plus 11. Okay, now which is the minimum value? It is 3 via
3.
C, right? So that is the next cost, 3 via C. Now find out what is the cost of reaching destination D from router B. Amaya?
Minimum of
Minimum of, yeah,
7 plus 0,
7 plus 0,
3 plus 11,
C
2
plus
plus 1.
11 and 2 plus 1. You tell it in order. Okay, first you write it from A, then C, then D. So it is 2 plus 1, 3 plus 11 and 7 plus 0. Now which is the minimum value here? 3
3
is the
via A.
minimum value, 3 via A, right? Now, what is the new routing table for B? Atulya, what is the new routing table for B? With all these values, you create a table for B. Initially, you had a table for B. Just change that with this new values. So what is the new routing table? Atulya is there?
Yes, miss.
Yeah, tell.
A3A,
A3A. A3A or 2A?
A,
You found out the cost of destination A from router B, 2 via A, right?
okay.
Now it will be 3.
A2A,
Yeah,
B0B,
B0B, okay.
C3C,
C3C, okay.
D3A.
D3A. Okay, so that is the new routing table at router B. Now, what you have to do? C, you have to find out the same method. Router C. Now, I'll just show what all the things you have to do it. Try to work it out uh, and see what you are getting it. Okay. So at router C, you have to find out who are the neighbors. You find out what is the cost of that, and you will be finding the new routing table. Similarly, for router D, you find out the cost is the new routing table. Now you just think whether it is converging. Okay, so for that you have to share the same information with that of the routers again. So whatever you have obtained in step 2, the same vector is the new routing table. So again, find out who are the neighbors, what information they will get. So this will be repeated. I think here you have to repeat it 2 times, then only it will get converged. So try to do that and get me the answer in the next class. Right? Okay. So this staff has joined. Okay, let me wind up it. So today only you just go and work it out the problem and complete it. Right? Thank you.